Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today we found exciting breakdowns of key updates in Rainbow Six Siege. More like 3 weeks ago, but let's pretend it came out today. Right? To it. We're diving into weapon balancing, gadget tweaks, operator challenges, even some new player protection features, which should make your gameplay experience smoother and more enjoyable. Whether you're a casual player or a Siege veteran, these updates are going to affect your strategies, so let's get into it. First up, we'll talk about some important weapon balancing changes. If you have been using knock or I guess even smoke with the FMG, you'll be happy to hear that the FMG 9 is getting a much needed recoil adjustment. In PC, the first kick and horizontal recoil are getting reduced and it'll be more stable during the longer bursts. Console players are also getting a reduction in lateral recoil. All of this makes it easier to hold those longer angles without worrying about the weapon going off target. Cause I mean, come on. Next, we have changes to Ash's R4C. The magazine size is being reduced from 30 to 25 bullets. The idea here is to balance Ash's overall power and make it so you have to manage your ammo more carefully. Especially when engaging in multiple gunfights, this update is meant to encourage a bit more thought when choosing between the R4C and a G36C, or even a Rams LMGE if you want to use LMGE or Ram. It's up to you, I guess, as each weapon now has clearer strengths and weaknesses. Next up, we are diving into gadget balancing. First, let's talk about the Claymore. In its current state, there's a delay between detection and explosion, giving defenders too much time to destroy it or escape from it. Now that 0.2 second delay is being removed, making the Claymore much deadlier, especially for defenders who try to pre-fire or vault past it. It's a huge buff for attackers who want to lock down flanks. Moving on to the proxy alarm, there's been a lot of feedback about its combo with the nitro cell. Players have been relying on the scoring system to trigger nitro cells remotely, which has been frustrating for many Ubisoft solutions. You're removing the score award when an enemy activates a proxy alarm. You'll still have the sound cue, but there won't be any visual score indicator. This levels the playing field and makes it a bit more challenging for players relying on sound alone. Alright, let's shift gears to operator balancing. First on the list is Dokkaebi. To prevent her from being overpowered early in the round, Ubisoft has adjusted her logic bomb so that she now starts with 0 charges. Instead, she'll need to wait 45 seconds to get her first charge and can only hold 2 charges max. This balances her early round power, giving defenders more time to set up before her first call comes through. Next up, Knock is getting a pretty interesting rework. Her ability will no longer deplete automatically upon activation. It will only consume resources when she glitches. For example, when she shoots, melees, sprints, ults, etc. This gives Knock more control over her ability, allowing her to hold angles and cut rotations without worrying about her gauge running out. That said, her max ability time is reduced to 10 seconds, and it takes 120 seconds to fully recharge, aka it's a long time. This makes Knock an even better flanker and intel manipulator. Lastly, we have Got Souls. She's seeing some big changes to her electro sensor. The detection area is now focused on the center of the screen, so scanning requires more precision. The scan mechanic has also been reworked into overclock mode. During overclock mode, the energy refills in all gadgets within the center of the screen are identified. But here's the twist. Activating overclock will trigger a warning signal to enemy observation tools, making it a riskier move. Soloist players will now need to be extra careful when using this ability, but it adds some serious depth to our gameplay. Finally, something a little different, just as important, player protection. Ubisoft is rolling out a new feature, privacy mode, designed to help protect your identity in-game. If you choose to use a nickname instead of your real in-game name, all existing nicknames have now been reset to recruit. So I guarantee you've seen just almost every lobby having a recruit. It's because it's default. This ensures everyone gets a fresh start with the system. And from here on, you can pick a nickname that fits you best. This change is all about making sure you have control over your identity, keeping things safe in a Siege community. Whether you are just looking to stay anonymous or avoid harassment, privacy mode gives you that flexibility. So that wraps up all the big updates from weapon and gadget balancing to operator challenges and even player protection. It's clear that these tweaks are going to shift the meta in Rainbow Six Siege and provide players more thoughtful strategies across the board. Whether you are an Ashe main of flanking with not or rely on solos to scan gadgets, these changes will definitely keep the gameplay fresh. If you enjoyed this breakdown or found it helpful, don't forget to like the video and hit subscribe. Don't actually though, you'll break something. For more Siege updates and tips, thanks for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one. For example, when she's sprinting, mellowing, when she's sprinting, mellowing, god damn it, I did it twice. When she's sprinting, melee, why can I not say that? Almost, melee, it's melee, so I should be able to say it. Melee. Okay. For example, when she shoots, melee something. Ah shit, I'm gonna add that a little bit right there. For example, when she shoots.